She's Tashay.
She's Tashan, and together we make Twins Be Tripping. So welcome back for part 2 of Miami.
Woo!
So we're going to start where we left off.
Yeah, so we, after Versace Mansion, we was like, we'd been there for about 3 days now, and we were like just dying for some like fresh food, you know, juices, and like it's such a struggle to get fresh fruit and veg.
Oh, to find, healthy, even just healthy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
my
was so
word.
hard. And then we came across this place called Pura Vida.
Oh,
Listen,
Puravids.
we found it. We were like,
Yeah.
honestly. So I had salmon cream cheese, but this cream cheese was made in the hills of Himalaya. It was blessed, okay, whipped to perfection.
It's amazing.
Didn't you have the same thing?
Oh, then we got exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Then we had the hummus.
Oh my days.
This
Yeah.
was, I don't like pomegranate seeds. There was pomegranate seeds in it. Some pesto. The bread was great. Oh, it was so good.
So good. So to the point we enjoyed it so much, we'd like, when we found out they were on Uber, was it Uber Eats or Delivery, one of the things,
Like,
we ordered it like 3 times.
Yeah. Maybe even more. We're like, yeah, this is our brunch spot, our breakfast spot. Cool.
Yeah, to the point where like I would get messages from the team, you know, like people like, "Hey Tash," I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm ordering way too much."
Yeah,
Like,
it was so good. We really like Pura Vida, and they're just based around Florida. Actually, it's just a shame because they probably would do so well in the
Wait,
UK.
are they all over Florida? Or are they just in Miami?
All over Florida?
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, they've actually got one going up in Fort Lauderdale.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
they do. Yeah, so check them out if you're ever on that side of the world. It's so good,
especially if you haven't eaten any fruit and veg, or you just want like a really fresh, healthy meal,
or just a detox. They do loads of smoothies and things like that. It's just so good to have. So
so good.
That's a shout out for them.
It was, and that's the thing as well. Like you can't unfortunately walk as much as you want to, because you look on Uber, like all of a sudden it's like a 40-minute walk, which is like a 10-minute drive, and you don't mind walking, but the walks are really far, the roads are really far. So when we got an Uber there, and when we stumbled upon it, it was like, it's the best thing. I'm so glad we found it. So. But so then we was like, we need to feel like more immersed into the culture, and then we went to Little Havana.
Oh, love
so good.
Little Havana. So we got basically told by our driver when we first arrived, Jose, he was like, oh...
Shout out Jose.
Yeah, you guys need to try this Cuban restaurant. It's actually one of the best Cuban restaurants in the world. It's located here in Miami. So we were like, okay, cool, no worries. It's called Versailles. So we were like, yeah, let's go. So we're like, let's make an evening of it. We'll go down there, do Little Havana. So we ended up going to Versailles. The aesthetic outside is so lovely. I can imagine what it's like more in season, because we went at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And we had a little wait outside, but the temperature's so hot you don't even mind. And then we walked in. It really gives that kind of old, like Latin American kind of vibes. Thanks. And yeah, we just came in and we were like, they showed us the menu. We were like, we'll have one of each, please.
Literally, we were like, give us everything. And then we met one woman in there. I can't remember her name. Rachel. So one of our friends. Yeah. She met a girl in the toilets. Yeah. And all of a sudden she came out and started talking to us and was like giving us suggestions of what to order. But at that point we'd ordered one of everything. So we were good.
Yeah. So what we did was we ordered like loads of things from their starter menu just for us to share. It's so good, right? And then we were like, what do we get for main? So all of us had oxtail. We could have all had something different to try, but we were like, nah, oxtail.
Give us the oxtail. And it was,
I think, one of the best oxtails I've ever had. And I'm more of a curry goat kind of person. So for me, that oxtail was like, okay, but it was so good. And our waiter, I can't remember his name.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
And he was this older gentleman, and he was just one of the cutest Cuban guys I think I've ever met ever.
And do you know what was crazy, right? So we're having a nice meal, and so I'm sitting next to our friend, and then Tashay is opposite. So I'm just like chilling, I'm drinking, whatever, and
there's a bug.
And our friend's like, Tashan, don't move, like there's a bug. And so this is the thing, right? If you see a bug, I'm not the type of person, I can be really calm. Like, I'm not going to be erratic, but, you know, I'm trying to get away from it. So we kind of just, like, slowly shifted, quietly let the guy know. It was like, there's a bug here, can someone remove it? We didn't make a fuss. So because we were so, and I think they're probably so used to people being in uproar if it's like a bug or something like that.
For sure.
So, literally, and then sat back down, they bought us 3 desserts, for free.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
Yeah.
3. And then cut our bill in half. Just because of the way that we reacted to the bug and the fact that we didn't
make a big scene.
Yeah,
which was
because
just the sweetest.
And we were shocked. We were like, I'm not being funny. We have eaten all the food. It's not it's like it's not as if we hadn't eaten the food and like it was really bad or things like that. It's just like, sometimes there's a bug about. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
So even to the point I was outside and the manager he came up to me again and was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for not reacting that way. And we were like, oh, it's cool. Like, it's absolutely fine. But it was an incredible experience. Like, the food was so good. So
service was great.
Service was incredible. And we over tipped because we were gonna pay for the food anyway. So like pretty much most of it we just gave to our waiter, and he was like, oh my gosh. We were like, no, please, like, hold that. Like, you've been amazing. So yeah, it was so nice. So yeah, definitely would recommend that. And then we were just like,
but before you move on, at first we sat, so they have all these really nice tables outside. So when we were sitting outside, I think this was the biggest food coma I think I've ever had in my life. Like, I couldn't move. I was so uncomfortable. I was like, I want to go yard. I don't want to be. I can't.
Like, I'm done.
I can't do it. I can't move. Like, and Tishan was like, no, like, come on, let's still go out. I said, out. I said, I can't. No,
but for me, I'm like, if you're in an area, right, and you're already immersed in the culture, you've had a good meal. You can't just be like, that's it. You got to find out what the music's like, what the vibe's like. And I was just on it. I was like, come on, we're already in Little Havana. Like, I doubt we'll come back. Like, let's just go to another spot. And I'm so glad we did. It was so good.
So we ended up going to it was also a Cuban place called Salas.
Well, it's Little Havana, but
but the bar was called Salas. Salas. I think it's. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it was so good.
So good.
They had a live band. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah. And there was this older gentleman who you could tell has been there probably since the building was created. Like, he's got his pictures on the wall. Yeah. Right? I don't even think they pay him to work there. He just comes there.
For vibes.
For vibes, right? And so he's now a part. So the main band know him, but it's so funny. They stand on the stage and he just stands on the side with his little maracas and tambourine, just having a good old time. Oh. So cute.
You'll see him in one of our videos on our Instagram.
Yeah. But honestly, like, it was incredible because you really are immersed into the music. Like, we was getting up and dancing, and like everyone was getting involved. Like, it was just nice to actually be around Cuban music. Yeah, and the food, and I felt immersed, and especially when we were talking to a lot of people, and they're talking about their experience in America and the fact that them building their lives is the only thing that keeps them here. Most people we spoke to were like, I would love to go back home. Yeah. But if it wasn't for certain things like, politics or, the way of living or so on and so forth. But it was great. Like, Little Havana was amazing. It was really, really good.
It was so good. Yeah. And then, what else did we do? We did so
Wynwood.
Wynwood. Now, Wynwood was something that was on my list for a very long time. And it's because I'm really into street art. And it was, if I'm correct... if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. But it is the biggest district of street art in the world. Yeah. And it literally is one of those things where I was just like, wow. Like, the talent there is insane. And unfortunately we went at night, but it was still...
I still enjoyed it at night, though.
I still enjoyed it at night. For me, I like to see art during the day, of course. It's just, it's different. But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
But I think that the culture in Wynwood is literally no matter whether you're there day or night.
Agreed.
Right? Because I think the art kind of like there's a big organization there who has a building there who have allowed it to be graffitied. Right, and have the street art on the building. We were shocked. We were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this corporation allowed it." Yeah. But like, it's we were speaking to some of the guys there, and we were like, "How is this? How's this come about?" And they were like, "It's just a thing where obviously it's illegal, but their council, should they say, have just said, there's a psychological contract with Wynwood that people come here to do street art." So why would we take that away? Like,
Yeah.
I just thought it was
Incredible.
amazing. And I was just like,
Yeah.
the fact that people feel so free just to express themselves. And there was this guy on the street who was just drawing. He just draws, you know, celebrities, but I wouldn't say it was celebrities. I feel like it's powerful individuals. So
Yeah.
like Malcolm X, Bob Marley,
Barack
like
Obama,
like, all those type of people who've kind of like, you know, contributed to a culture or so on and so forth. And he was like, whatever you've got, I'll take it. I just want you to have a piece of magic. Like, we got talking to him, and we were like, really? He was like, no, like, we don't, it's fine. Like, he's like, no, I just want your group to have a piece of my heart. And we were like, yeah, okay. So our friend got Bob Marley and I got Malcolm X, and it was incredible pieces of art. We'll put that on our page as well.
Yeah, we will.
But yeah, Wynwood, and the food again, there's huge, like, Caribbean, Hispanic community there. So we were living the best tacos.
Oh,
the best tacos I've ever had.
It's called Coyos. I know I'm saying this, so the Spanish lot are going to be laughing at me, but it's Coyos, okay? So yeah, this place right here, yeah.
We were like, we'll just have one to try. I said, no, wrap me up another one, please. Full line it up.
Yeah.
Thank you. 6 more.
Yeah.
Send them over.
Not one bad thing. Flavors. The flavors.
Honestly, never had tacos like that. And even like our cab drivers were saying to us, like, if you think you had tacos in Wynwood that are good, go to California.
Yeah.
But I was like, listen, I don't know how that. I said, elite. I'll never forget them tacos. We got pictures of them, right?
Yeah,
Please tell me.
Yeah, we did, of course.
But yeah, no, Wynwood was great. It felt the art. You can just see the change as you're driving from Miami into Wynwood.
Yeah,
and you just literally
the change.
I can't explain it.
Yeah, and for me anyway, it's like a thing of combining Caribbean culture and Latin American culture together, and for me something like that is like, it's great. I love it.
It was really, really good. Wynwood goes down, but no, so the original reason why we went to Miami is because our granddad when we were younger, we didn't know much of our family. And then as we got older, I'm like, we can't be the only ones, okay? There's got to be more of us, right? And so this year, a lot of people who do know us know our granddad played a huge part in our lives, and he passed away this year. And so I've been on, like, for the last couple years, like, doing like a family tree or so on and so forth. And he has a niece in Miami. In Florida, lives in Fort Lauderdale. And so I was like, I just really want to meet her. I really want to know more about her family. And so she randomly called on a Saturday that I was at the family home, and she was like, "Oh, I live in Florida. You girls might as well come." And we were like, "All right, we're coming." So yeah, and then obviously we found out there's more family in Florida and New York and all over America, back in the Caribbean as well. So it was just amazing. It for me anyway. Obviously, I don't really cry. Like I'm not that type of.
She's not a crier.
I'm not a crier. But it was really nice actually, because I felt so close to Granddad. I was just like, oh my God. And she looks like Granddad so much. And to literally I was like, I'm gonna wear purple. She didn't know what she wanted to wear.
So I had a purple
dress. And
then
she was like, oh, I'm going to wear this dress.
And I was like, oh, we're going to really look like twins. But hey,
fine. We get there. She's wearing purple. And I was like, oh my days. But yeah, it was. Yeah. But it was just nice. It was like, okay, we had, we don't really need a reason to travel. But that trip sorry. No, go on.
I was like, sometimes we never need a reason to travel, but it's sometimes very nice to travel with purpose. It was nice that the purpose was family.
Yeah, definitely.
And we bonded as well. Like, us two and our friend, we bonded really well on that trip. And I think like it definitely opened up my eyes to the way that people in America live, how different it is to the UK. I really am happy that I'm from the UK.
Yeah.
portion sizes alone, I think.
Oh,
yeah, you know, like the UK.
Yeah. Even the quality of food.
Quality food, things like that.
Yeah.
But Miami was, it was great. You know, we also did a boat ride where it's just like, okay, fair enough, we're going to take you on this boat ride. It was just nice to be on the water, to be honest, which we really like.
Yeah.
But it's like, this person lives here, this person lives here, you know, and it's just like, you know.
All the celebs like P. Diddy, Will Smith, all these.
Yeah.
It was like the you know, celebrity
Antonio
house.
Banderas, all that stuff, yeah.
But yeah, for me, that's the thing, like, I enjoyed Miami because we always have a good time.
Yeah, agreed.
But for me, America as a whole, and that's the thing, people are like, oh, you need to try New Orleans, you need to try New York, you need to try this, and maybe one day we will.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, I'm not rushing back to go to the US. I think I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. We've done a lot of things in terms of, you know, getting out there and feeling immersed in the cultures. But I felt so immersed in Hispanic culture, and, you know, where our family originate from the Caribbean as well. So it was nice to feel connected as well. That it just made me want to go, okay, I want to start doing these kind of countries. I want to do Cuba. I want to do Costa Rica. I want to do Dominique. It just made me go, okay, I want to throw myself into, not that we don't do that, but, you know, I want to, it opened my eyes as like, oh my gosh, this is like a little taster.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well. We always kind of have this thing where we go, our next holiday always seems to guide us.
Yeah.
So I feel like Miami definitely guided us into going, okay, where do we really want to go next?
Yeah,
and even though it's so crazy for 2024, we have a lot of our holidays already booked.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's going to be more holidays where we book more, and then we go, okay, because I had this feeling, I want to feel this feeling again, but where can I get this feeling from? Okay, it's going to be here or here. So yeah, it's really authentic the way that we plan our trips.
Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, Miami was very good. Yeah. It was really good. It was really eye-opening. It was nice to, you know, we'd never done the USA. It's super cool to kind of tick that off the bucket list and do that. And also, like we said, travel with purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, it was wicked. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
So she's been to Shy.
She's been to Shan.
And
together we make Twins with Chipping.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Peace.